Hello, my name is Jessie, and I'm going to teach you how to play Pokemon Go for people that have no idea about Pokemon. Some of us have been playing our whole lives on Nintendos and with our cards, our entire collections that we love and we sleep with every night. But not everyone knows about Pokemon, and that's totally okay. You don't have to be a Pokemon master to play Pokemon Go. To download it, it's completely free. Just go to your app store and download Pokemon Go. Okay. And so this is the load screen. And the first screen there with it's actually Gyarados, the dragon Pokemon. It says watch where you're going because people aren't paying attention. They're just walking off cliffs and into traffic. So please watch where you're going. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is make a name. Okay, this isn't the beginning screen, but this is my trainer. And you can't see my name. My name is Team Eevee Leader because all the names are taken right now. So you kind of have to be creative. Then you're going to pick what you want your trainer to look like. Give her or him clothes or whatnot, okay? And then it's going to teach you how to catch your first Pokemon. Now, your first Pokemon will be your starting Pokemon. It's going to be one of 3 Pokemon, either Charmander, a fire-looking lizard, Squirtle, the water turtle, or Bulbasaur. He's kind of like, well, he's a plant Pokemon, but he's doesn't really resemble, I guess a turtle as well, but it's like weird. Anyway, so you'll get one of those starting Pokemon. I got Bulbasaur. Okay, and then it will kind of just be like, okay, go play. And it doesn't really explain anything else. Walking around, this is going to be this beginning screen that you see. Man, that is terrible. Is that not terrible? Okay, so this will be the beginning screen that you see. It will show you a map that you can zoom in and out of, but it will show you your location, okay, and everywhere around you. And this is where the Pokemon will show up, okay. Now, this down here, this little bar, it shows Pokemon near you. Okay, and you tap on it, and it shows every Pokemon in your area. The more feetprint it has, the farther away it is, the more you have to walk to it. As you get closer and closer, the feetprint will disappear until you found it. Tracking is a little difficult, but Pokemon will spawn where you're at. This over here is your character. It shows your experience bar and your level. You can click on it, and it'll give you more of a rundown of your character and the experience until you level up again. If you scroll down, it tells you your team that you're on, which I will show you how to select a team. And it shows you your coins, which these are real money. You got to buy them, and then you can buy crap, you know. And then down here are a bunch of medals that you can get for random stuff. Walking, collecting certain kinds of Pokemon, doing random achievements in game, okay? If you touch the Pokeball down in the middle, which everything in the game is Poke something, okay? So the Pokeball is what catches Pokemon, but touch that, okay? And it brings you up 4 menus, okay? The one over here, it says Pokemon. These are all the Pokemon that you've caught. So after you first start, when you touch that, it should only show you 1 Pokemon. Okay, now these are all the ones that I've caught. And you can scroll up and down. Come on. There we go. To show you all your different Pokemon. Now, if you can see, which this is terrible, it shows you a picture of a little animal. Underneath it, it says the Pokemon's name and its health bar. If you've damaged your Pokemon, obviously the health will be different. At the top, it says CP and little numbers. Okay? CP stands for combat power. And this is how strong your Pokemon are. The stronger your Pokemon are, the better they have a chance of fighting other Pokemon. And that's kind of how you judge, like, say, this one is 636. If I go up against a 400, I'm going to win, most likely. If I go up against a 900, I'm going to lose, okay? So that's kind of how you judge that. Okay, good. A Pokemon just spawned. So terrible. Okay, a Pokemon just spawned. Now, it's this little dot over here. You can see my radar around my person, and you can move around to see if there's other Pokemon around. Ooh, we'll get him. So I clicked on him and zoomed in, and it brings me this screen. Oh, there he is. Okay. So it brings you this screen here. Now, as you move, you can actually, you see the Pokemon is like in one location, which it's showing it like right on my shoulder. So it's actually wherever you're at, and it shows you the camera, so you can actually like, you can pose with the Pokemon. So it makes it seem like it's in the real world. Now, let's see if we can look. See, it shows you the combat power of the Pokemon, how strong they are, and the name of the Pokemon. And down here is my little ball. Okay, you can see it jumping around. Now to catch, which I'm going to do this backwards here, you hold it down, and see that ring that goes around the Pokemon? The smaller it is, the better chance you have of catching it. So you want to throw it when that ring is the smallest. And I missed, so I wasted a ball. But you want to try and... There we go. See, I hit him. Now he has 3 shakes. That ball will shake 3 times, and he has 3 chances to escape. And I caught him. So now it's saying, oh, you caught him. Now when you catch a Pokemon, you will get 3 candies, some Stardust, experience, and you can get extra experience if you throw a really good throw, which I didn't, and then hit OK, and then it will give you a summary of the Pokemon that you just caught. Tells me his combat power, his name, what size he is, all that crazy shenanigans. And if I want, I can click that little pin by his name, and I can rename him, but I'm not going to do that. The power up, which is the first button here, I can spend the Stardust that I collect and a certain amount of candies, and I can level him up so his combat power will go all the way around. I can level him up until he's full. And then down here it says evolve, which you can't see, but it says evolve, and it says I need a certain amount of candies to evolve him. And then I can actually, once I get enough candies, I can evolve him into his different stages. The other buttons in that menu, when you hit the Pokeball, I'm going to go back to the Pokemon. Now let's say you have no idea about Pokemon, so you're like, how do I know if they evolve? Okay, I'm going to click Bulbasaur, which was my starting Pokemon. Now the button is green. Well, that button's green, so I can level him up. But this one will also be green if I can evolve him, and it'll say like, oh, you can evolve when you get 25 candies. I only have 24. So that's one way to tell that he evolves, but how do you know how many times he can evolve? Some can evolve 3 or 4 times. So we're going to hit that Pokeball again. At the very top is your Pokedex, another Poke word. Okay, I'm going to tap that. Now this shows you every single Pokemon. They're all numbered, so you can keep track of which ones you've caught. In this version, there's only 150 different Pokemon. Right now. In the real world, or I guess in the real fantasy world of Pokemon, there are over 700. So right now we only have 150. Now if I click on Bulbasaur, which he is the first one, I can scroll down and see it tells me right here, he levels up 3 times. Okay, his first form, his second form, and his third form. So this is how you tell how many times they evolve, so you can gear up. Okay, now to evolve them you need candies. To collect the candies, you have to catch them over and over and over. Every time you catch a Pokemon, you get 3 candies. So some Pokemon need 12 to evolve, some need 25, some need 50, 100. Gyarados needs 400 candies. Okay, so you're going to have to collect a lot of Magikarp to evolve him into Gyarados. Some are easier than others. The ones that are harder to evolve will be more powerful, so they're worth collecting. Now, when you go around to Pokestops, which I will take you to a Pokestop to show you how that works, you can collect eggs, which when you go into you hit the Poke thing, hit that, go over to your Pokemon. If you slide over, you can have up to 9 eggs, okay? And you hatch the eggs by walking. I don't know if you can see it. Each egg has a different kilometer, which is hard for the US kids because we don't know what a kilometer is. It's shorter than a mile, I think. But you have to walk that amount, and you can't drive because the GPS knows if you're driving. But you can kind of cheat if you drive like under 10 miles an hour. You can get it to work, but that's really slow and super dangerous on busy streets. So you have to walk. There's 2-kilometer eggs, 5-kilometer eggs, and 10-kilometer eggs. The 10 ones are rarer Pokemon, 5 are medium, like uncommon, and the 2 kilometers are your pretty common ones. But sometimes they're ones you can't catch in your area because the different Pokemon are in different areas, believe it or not. Now, you can only hold 9 eggs, and you can only hold 250, but you can buy upgrades to hold more. And in order to hatch an egg, you have to have these incubators to put them in. So I'm not hatching these other 7 right now. I'm only hatching these 2. And you only get 1 at a time, and sometimes when you level up, you get a little free one. So you can buy extras, of course, to hatch them all at the same time, but you don't have to. Now, so back to the main screen, you can see there's more Pokemon that popped up. You're going to get a lot of Pidgeys and Rattatas. You don't know what they are now, but when you start playing the game, you will understand that these are annoying, and you get them all the time. But if you collect them over and over and over, you get experience for every one you collect, and because you get so many, you can evolve them quickly, and then get rid of them, which I'll show you how to get rid of them. But you can evolve them quickly, and that's even more experience. So if you want to level up your trainer, it's a good way to do that. Now I'm going to go back into my Pokemon here. This is your back out button there, okay? So if you want to back out of anything. Now this over here, if you click on it while you're in your Pokemon, it gives you a bunch of different little options. You have recent favorite, number, hit points, name, and combat power. You can rearrange the Pokemon you've caught by any way you want. I always do number because I am a collector. I want to collect all 150, and I want to know which ones I have and if I have duplicates and whatnot. So I'm going to scroll down here to a duplicate. What did I just catch? Oh, an Nidoran. I didn't have one. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to catch a duplicate Pokemon so I can release one because I don't have one to release that I don't want. So I'm just going to click on one. I don't care which one it is. Now it's a Rattata. Or Rattata. Whatever. I call it Rattata. I like that better than Rattata. And if you can't pronounce the names, it doesn't matter. There's a lot that are weird, and most of us don't even get it right until we watch the cartoon, and then we see how it's really pronounced. Okay, so I caught this Rattata. He's really little, and I already have one that's way better, and I've evolved him, so I don't want him. So if you scroll down, it shows you his moves under the Evolve button, and it shows you a map of where you caught him, and at the very bottom it says Transfer. Okay, now I'm going to transfer him, which means I'm going to get rid of him. And I transfer him back to the professor, and he's just gone forever. You also get 1 candy for transferring. So it's another way to get another free candies. But that's how you get rid of them, to clear up some space if you have too many Pokemon. So going back into that menu, we got the Pokedex, Pokemon. Now I'm going to go over here to my items. There are different items that you can collect. There are potions for when you battle, which I'll show you how to do that. You can heal your Pokemon. There are different amounts. Like if you have little Pokemon, they do little amounts. Bigger Pokemon, they heal more. Then you have a revive in case your Pokemon gets knocked out. You have different kinds of Pokeballs. As you first start out, you're only going to have basic Pokeballs. As you level up, you'll get better ones. This is a great ball. There's so many different balls. I don't know which the game is going to let us have yet. Probably just Poke Great. I really hope they give us Master Balls, because when you use a Master Ball, they can't get out of a ball. Like once you throw it, and if you hit the Pokemon, you're getting the Pokemon. He can't break out of a Master Ball. But the other balls, they can all break out of. But as they upgrade, there's less of a chance they can break out. So you want better balls, but I'll show you how to collect the other balls without buying. Now you scroll down. This is a lure module. You can buy these or get them as you level up. When you go to a Pokestop, you can plug these into a lure module, and it will lure Pokemon to that stop for half an hour, and anyone can use those. So they're they want you to go to, like, you know, children's hospitals, places other people can use them to share them around. They have a lot of Pokemon parties where people use those too. So they're really good to help other people. This here is a berry. You can give those to Pokemon that keep jumping out of balls, and they will have a better chance of staying in the ball. There are more berries in the game, so I don't know how many more they're going to release. But right now it's just the raspberry. You have a camera right here. You can take pictures of your Pokemon. Or I just do screenshot because I don't need the camera. And then you have your incubators for your eggs, and you can have quite a few of those. There's also incense, which, going back to that menu, this right here is the shop. Okay, it shows you things you can buy with real money. When battling, which I'll show you how to do that, but when battling, there's some things to think about. One is combat power. I mean, you want your Pokemon to be strong, so you want to level him up with Stardust. You can also catch higher level Pokemon, but you can't, as you level up, you can catch higher level Pokemon. So you want to get as high as level as you can. And there's actually limits. Like if you're level 5 and your Pokemon will actually max out to a certain number, and you can't upgrade him anymore until you level up. So you want to make sure you can level up so your Pokemon can get stronger too. But say I want to fight a fire Pokemon, Charmander. Okay, Charmander. Now some of the weaknesses and strengths are pretty common. When you fight a fire Pokemon, you don't want to be a plant Pokemon. You don't want to be Bulbasaur, or because fire burns plants. I mean, that's pretty simple. You want a water Pokemon because that's going to hurt the fire Pokemon. I mean, if you're fighting a water Pokemon, you want to be an electric. Plant also hurts water. Some of them get kind of weird, like when you get into flying, bug, poison, dark, psychic, fairy, normal. Each type has their own weakness. So you'll have to. There's a chart online that you can just Google weaknesses and effectiveness of attacks on Google, and it'll bring you up what is strong and what is weak against. So I mean, it's kind of a big list, but it's something to think about when you're fighting other Pokemon. Now I tapped Bulbasaur, okay, and I went down to his attacks. See here. Here's my Bulbasaur. I went down to his attacks. If you look at his attacks, he has 2 attacks. In the game, they get 4, but in Pokemon Go, they only get 2. Now, it'll list the attack and how much attack damage it does, and then right under it, it'll list the type of attack it is. So he knows 2 grass-type attacks. So he can only, even though he's a grass and poison Pokemon, he only does grass attacks. Now, my Squirtle, let me find one that can find some. He only knows water. Okay, my Butterfree, who is a bug and flying type, he knows 2 psychic moves. So he would be really good against someone that has weaknesses for psychic. But he still receives the weaknesses for bug and flying, not for the psychic types, if that makes sense. So if I want to fight somebody that is weak against bug and flying, he's not going to help me because he doesn't know any bug and flying moves. Does that make sense? If I'm fighting a Pokemon that is weak to bug and flying, which he is right here, bug and flying, lists the type. If I need to fight a Pokemon that is weak to these, he's not going to help me because he only knows psychic moves. So he gets the weaknesses of bug and flying, but he doesn't get the bonuses for bug and flying. He gets the bonuses of psychic. So you have to look at what moves they know and their type. So it gets a little tricky if you want to be a battle master, which there are kind of 2 types of people. There's the collectors and the battle guys. I'm kind of both. I want to fight and I want to collect. Let's see, who else? My Beedrill. So he's a bug and poison type, and he knows 1 bug and 1 poison move. So he's actually, these are the kind of Pokemon you want. You want them to know 2 different types of moves so they can help you against 2 different types of effectiveness or weaknesses. So, I mean, even though you may catch one that's more powerful, sometimes their moves are worth keeping them and leveling them up slowly. So you have to think about that. They do list their weight and height here. Some will be extra large and some will be extra small. I haven't found any bonuses yet of getting one that's extra big or extra small. You can dodge when you're fighting, which I'll show you how to. But so far, I haven't noticed that being extra small or extra large affects dodging. I don't know if that's true or not, but I haven't run into that. If you want to catch a certain Pokemon, like if you know about Pokemon and you're like, oh, I really want a Pikachu, but everybody wants a Pikachu, okay? But you can sometimes tap on the numbers if you've seen them already. Because I can't tap on any of these because I haven't seen them yet. But I've seen a Bulbasaur, and I want to catch more because I want to level him up to an Ivysaur. Okay? He has his description right here that tells him he likes to frolic in the sun and out in the grass. So it tells me where to look for him. Squirtles, which is one of the other starting Pokemon, he's going to be found more in swampy areas, water areas, near ponds, lakes. And when you go to these areas, the map will actually change. This thing right now, my grass is pretty green. If I actually went out to Lake Jacomo and in Blue Springs, and the grass changed to like a dark green, like jungle-looking, swampy thing because I was in a different environment. I have heard that you can catch rock ones around farm areas. I've heard you can catch fire around gas station, but I haven't had luck with that one. There's different theories to where to catch certain ones, but some of them are a little difficult to find. But there are different Pokemon in different areas. Like, I live in a very small town, and I've caught all the Pokemon in my town and leveled up all the ones that I have. I drive like 5 minutes up the highway, and there are completely different Pokemon. So you definitely want to go to different areas and walk around. Please make sure that when you're out wandering around for Pokemon that you don't get lost. And if you do get lost, like, make sure you remember that you have maps on this, Google Maps, okay? So you can just click like your address and it'll tell you how to get back home. Please don't wander into dark alleys downtown and get murdered, okay? Okay. Don't want Pokemon murders. If you're doing this for your kids, like you only want to help them and use items for them, or you're going to a hospital, like your grandson's in a hospital and you want to help them, really the lure modules are really the only thing that helps. And you can put these in Pokestops near them. I have found post offices, churches, parks, water towers, schools, all public areas a lot of them are Pokestops. And a lot of parks and stuff are gyms. Some gyms are out in the middle of nowhere, and so, Pokestops as well, but most of them can be found at those public places. So if you have a kid in a hospital, you can use a lure there, and everyone in the hospital can use it. And you can get those for free by leveling up your character, and then you can save them for whenever. And they're good for half an hour. So you can also buy them. I know I'm actually going to a Pokemon party Friday, and the city bought lures to have a Pokemon party, and they're just going to have lures for like 4 hours. They're just going to use them for everybody. So that's kind of cool if you want to get like a neighborhood together or something. You could just buy lures, and they're not too expensive. I mean, you spend $5, you could probably get 8 of them. So they're not too bad. Some Pokemon, like Eevee actually has, Eevee's my favorite Pokemon, okay? In the first game, Eevee only had these 3 evolutions, okay? Water, electric, and fire. And that's all that's in Pokemon Go. But as the other editions of Pokemon came out, other versions of Eevee came out, okay? You see, he's my favorite. He's one of the Pokemon that he evolves once, okay? So you have to choose which evolution you want him to evolve to. You can't evolve him to water and later you change him to a fire. No. You have to catch different Eevees and make them one water, one electric, one fire. And at first, we couldn't figure out how to evolve the Eevees. It was really difficult on how to figure out how to get them to evolve into the one we want. Because in the game, you use a stone, and it's like, poof, he's fire. I mean, that was pretty easy. In this, there are no stones. So you have to The surefire way to get him to change to what you want is to change his name. For a fire, change his name to Pyro, Pyro, for Flareon. For the electric, for Jolteon, change his name to Sparky, Sparky. For the water, Vaporeon, change his name to Rainer, Rainer. These were all the names from the original cartoon that when they showed up in the cartoon, they were named these. So I have tried that myself, and that works. Because when I first, I tried to evolve them naturally, and all I got was Jolteon over and over and over again. And I wanted the other two, so I found that way to work. As you level up your character, especially in the very beginning, every level you will get free items, free Pokeballs, free incense, and stuff like that to help you learn how to play the game, even though they don't explain that very well. But you'll get a lot of free stuff in the beginning, so it really helps you get to a higher level pretty quick. Once you get higher level, you start not getting them every level, but every 5 levels. I believe it was level 12, you get Great Balls. You can't get Great Balls until you reach level 12. Right now I'm only at 15, so I haven't reached to the next ball step. I don't know what level that's at yet. There are a lot of rumors and stuff, but I don't like to tell anybody that until I've done it myself. Most of you may not know, Pikachu does evolve. Ash never evolves as Pikachu because Pikachu doesn't want to evolve. So, but he evolves into Raichu, if nobody knows Pokemon. A lot of us know all 150. Like, for years, that's all we had was 150, so we memorized all of them forever. And now we have almost 700, so I can't wait till they start releasing some of the other ones. They will release trading soon, too. So if you've caught in some rare ones, save them to trade for better ones. One thing I thought was weird was when you look in the Pokedex, they say they have all 150. Only 136 are listed. And I think it's because the other 8 they are classifying as legendary, and the rumor is legendaries won't be in the wild, they'll release them for events. So you can't get those unless there's an event. And from what I've heard in the rumors, the events will be team divided, and then whichever team wins will get like 1 legendary each, the same legendary. But I don't know if it's going to be citywide or if they're going to be like, oh, here's an event in California and you have to come here to do it and you get 1 a year. Like, I don't know yet. I have no idea. But nobody has any rare ones yet. So they haven't done any events yet. So we'll find that out. I will find that out. There are a lot of glitches. Some that I know of. The GPS messes up. So when you drive to an actual Pokestop, it may tell you that you're down the street. I've run into that a few times. When you go to a gym, sometimes you'll battle a Pokemon and he won't die. I've run into that. So you have to back out and retry, and you waste potions and re-revives, and it sucks. But there is a compass up here. If you're good at using a compass to navigate around and you want to try and figure out where you are, there is a compass. There are 3 teams. Team Valor, which is more about fighting. Team Mystic, which I think was... They're blue. I think they were more about evolving. And then Team Instinct, which is yellow, which I think they're more about eggs or hatching Pokemon. One team is more, like, it gives you like a little description, but the people that pick them may not have picked them for that reason. There's just 3 teams, the primary colors, okay? Pick one. Valor, I have, the blue and the red I have seen the most at gyms. But many people don't pick yellow, probably because it's not most people's favorite color. So, I'm red, because I'm amazing. Valor I picked Valor because it was a cool name. I didn't want to be a Mystic or an Instinct. It's not a cool name. I wanted to be a Valor, like a knight. So that's why I picked it. Blue is my favorite color, though. I almost picked blue, but I didn't want to be a Mystic. Girl. Some Pokemon do not evolve. They are basic Pokemon, like Tauros and Onix. Some evolve twice, and some evolve 3 times. Eevee evolves once, but he has a million different types. In Pokemon Go, he only has 3. Okay. When you go into your Pokedex, if you're trying to collect them all, like I am, it tells you at the very top, there we go, like right under the Pokedex name, it says caught and seen. Okay, so I have caught 59 different types, and I've seen 61, so I missed 2 of them. They can run away. You don't always get them just because you find them. Ooh, I got a Zubat. You can see him flying there, the little flying thing. That's a Zubat. I'm gonna catch him. Okay, there he is. He's on my couch. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how to use a berry. Okay, so over here is your backpack. Click your backpack. Brings up all of your items. Okay, you can switch balls here. You can use a berry, or you can use your camera or whatnot. I'm gonna use a berry. Bring it out. Tap it. He's now like in love with me because he loved the berry. Okay. This top button here is the camera button. This is your bag button. This is the run away button. Okay, so if you don't want the Pokemon, you can run away. But I don't use the camera button. I just, screenshot and I'm good. Okay, so I'm going to show you. See if I can catch him here. Remember, the ring goes in, and you want to throw the ball when the ring is the smallest. See if he gets 3 chances to escape. Yeah! And I caught him. It'll give me a little summary. I got candies, Stardust, my experiences. I don't know how to get, you can get either a nice throw or an excellent throw, and you can get up to 100 extra experience. But I guess you have to do it when it's like super small, and that's how you get those. But oh, look, he is not even that powerful. Look at his bar. He is way over here. He needs to be way over there. He is puny. He is a puny bat. Okay. So that is the basics of what you can do at your home. Okay. If you have any questions, shoot them at me. I'm trying to cover everything in one video to help everybody. I drove to a Pokestop. So, let's see. There we go. That's terrible. Okay, so this is my map, and that's my Pokestop. I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so there's me and the zoomed up version. That's what a Pokestop looks like. Okay, and like I said, they're at city locations, post offices, churches, parks. I have one at a water tower, random, and even a restaurant. Okay, so random places. Okay, so if you click on it, it's going to zoom you in like that. It's going to zoom you in. Now, you'll see a picture of the location, a little white bar, and then the name of the location. Now, if you spin that circle, that's how you get your free items. That's how you get your eggs. That's how you get Pokeballs. That's how you get anything free in the game. Okay? And then just touch them, collect them. Okay? Now, that little white bar right there, that little tiny little white dot, you click that. Now, this little white bar here, if you click that, okay, so see, I clicked it, it brings me up to this page. That is where you plug in your module, okay? That's how you use it. You just click on that, and it'll use it in this location for a half an hour. Okay? Now, after you use a Pokestop, you can see it was blue, now it's purple. I can't use it again for like 3 minutes. I can't use it again for 3 minutes. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, I drive around my town like 4 times, and I could hit all 4 stops in my town. Like, but at least it doesn't take that long to recharge it, so you get to use it more than once. Okay, now I'm gonna drive to a gym. I got stopped by a train, but I was gonna show you when you're not at a Pokestop. It's like a little blue, and you can't see it. It's like a blue cube floating above a stick when you're not at it. And that big yellow thing over there, that's a gym. That's what I'm going for, and we are going to take it. We're going to take it! My egg is hatching. I got to execute. When your egg hatches, like an egg pops up, and then it goes to that gold screen, and then it hatches. You got to see a little bit of it, but that's what an egg looks like when it hatches. So I'm going to fight the gym now. So there's the gym right now. It's yellow in my town, and we are going to take it. Okay. So when you go into a gym, it looks terrible like this. It shows you all the people that are in here. Okay, there are 3 people in this gym. So I have to fight this gym 3 times. Okay. Down at the bottom, there's the exit button. Over here is the fight button. Okay, I'm going to hit the fight button. And then when I hit the fight button, it brings up 6 of my Pokemon. Those are the ones I'm going to fight with. I get 6 Pokemon to fight this gym. Okay. Now I'm going to look through them. And I don't want some of those Pokemon. So I click on the one I don't want. And then it brings up my Pokemon, okay? Then you can select the one that you do want. And I hit, I actually go in and I hit Combat Power. I hit this thing. I hit the Combat Power. And at the very top, it shows my 6 most powerful Pokemon. And those are the ones that I select to fight with. So I'm doing that now. I'm selecting my top 6. Okay, so there's my top 6. Top 6 Pokemon. Now I'm going to hit go. And then it brings me into a gym. There's my Pokemon over here and their Pokemon there. It's going to be hard to do, but you tap your Pokemon to attack. Okay, at the top you can see the health bars. One is mine, one is theirs. You tap to attack. Okay, I beat the first Pokemon. There were 3 people, so there are 3 Pokemon. Now he's got a fire one and I have a plant, so he has an advantage. Now can you see those blue things at the top? That's my superpower. If I hold down on my Pokemon, when one of those blue boxes fills up, he gets to use his super attack. I just won again. So I have 1 box filled, so I can use, he beat me. So now my next one automatically comes out. If I don't want that Pokemon, I hit this top white button, and I can choose, oh no, it's the bottom white. Hit the bottom white button, and I can choose one of my other Pokemon. That's how you switch them out if you want a different weakness, or a different advantage. Okay. Okay, my super is filled up. This one's more powerful, so it's the entire bar. Keep attacking. If you want to dodge, swish him. Slide him like that. See him jump over to the side? That's how you dodge. Okay? You gotta time it just right. Right when he's beginning to attack, that's when you dodge. Alright. I beat all 3 of their Pokemon. So it says you win. Gives me a little rundown of what happened. I click OK. And then it shows the gym again, right? I'm back outside. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the Pokeball. I'm going to go into my items. And I'm going to use my potions and revives to heal all my Pokemon that went down. Okay? And what you do is you click on an item, like the potion or the revive. It'll bring up the Pokemon, like if you hit revive, it'll bring up the ones that are unconscious. You just tap them, and it will revive them. I'm using a potion now, so I just tap on, it shows me the ones that are hurt, and I just tap on the ones that are hurt, and it heals them. Okay, see now they're all healed. So I can back out, and I can attack the gym again. When I touch the gym again, it only shows 2 people in the gym now. Because I beat one of them. Okay? If there's 3 people in the gym, I have to fight 3 times. If there's 3 people in the gym, there are 3 Pokemon to fight. If there's 2 people in the gym, there's 2 Pokemon to fight. The gym can hold 6 people of the same team, but only 1 per person. So if when I beat this gym, I can put 1 Pokemon in here. So anyone can come and fight this gym, and all I have to do is fight 1 of my Pokemon. That's why I have other friends and stuff of my team, and they put in 1 Pokemon. And it holds 6, so I can have 6 people in here, and we can guard the gym together with our best Pokemon. That's the only way to do it. You can't put any more than 1 Pokemon in the gym. So I'm going to fight him again. Got to get my team selected, because once again, it doesn't keep the team that I like. Alright, so there's my team again. I'm going to hit go again. Go. It's kind of hard to play, like, not looking at my screen, so I don't really get a chance to dodge like I want to do, but... And remember, once again, the different Pokemon have different powers. This Pokemon has 3 blue bars that he can fill up for his powers. So he can do the power 3 times, but it's weaker. Ones that have the full bar... Oh, mine died. I'm using the other one. Ones that have the full bar, like this guy, he has a full bar he has to fill up before he can use his power. His is more powerful. But fighting water on water isn't the smartest thing. I should switch him out, but I can't see. So, I won again. Now, remember I said there were medals for leveling up your person? There are medals for defeating people and doing the gyms. Going into my items, I'm going to revive my unconscious Pokemon and heal. When I go back into the gym, there is only 1 person. Okay? So now I'm just going to go ahead and fight him real quick and win. And because he's water, I'm going to use my plant first, like I always do. And it's going to be super effective. His attacks don't hurt me that much because water is actually good for plants, obviously. And plants hurt water. I don't know why that is, but it is. I'm sorry I don't have better light in my car. Alright, so I won again. Okay. Now the gym is white now. Remember it was yellow before because the yellow team had it. Now it's white. Nobody owns it. But I need to revive my best Pokemon and heal them up because I want to put the best one in there. And he's hurt now, so I gotta heal him up. Okay. So I'm going to click on this. Now, while it's empty like this, anyone can take it. Even if you just fought and, like, did it, anyone sitting around at the stop can steal this. And that has been a problem. So, you know, this is where you punch little kids. Don't punch little kids. That was a joke. Don't punch little kids unless they steal the gym. Okay, so here's the empty gym. Now, down here in the corner, you see this little button? It's the gym symbol with a plus sign. You're going to click that, and then you're going to select 1 Pokemon. And I have my combat power selected as my rearranger. So I put my most powerful one in there, and ta-da! Now it's my gym. Okay? Now that it's mine, if I go back into the gym, there's a different button on this side. It's a little punching glove with a star. I can go in there and train against my own Pokemon. And there's medals for that too, so you can train against your own Pokemon. Now, if you're a red team and you want to come and put one of your Pokemon in this gym to help me protect it, there'll be a button on this side, that one little one with the gem and the plus sign. You click it, and you put one of your Pokemon in here. Okay, that's how you take a gym. Now, once you take a gym, this is a step a lot of people forget. Back out. Go into that main menu, press that Pokeball at the bottom, brings up the menu again, hit the store. Oh. Hit the store, the shop. Sorry, the shop. Now, in the very top corner up here, which of course you can't see it, that little thing there, there's a shield. That is your defending points. When you take a gym, you get 1 defending point. Click that right after you put your Pokemon in the gym. Click that and you'll get 10 free coins and 500 Stardust. Okay, you can collect that once every 21 hours. You get free stuff for that. And I actually forgot. I didn't know that forever. And so I didn't get all my free stuff for a while. So don't forget that. Okay, get your free crap. Get your free crap. Get your free crap. Okay, and then it has a timer. I still have an hour left on mine, so I can't do it for another hour. Otherwise, I'd show you. And then as you collect coins, which those 10 coins you get are the same you have to pay for with real money. So you save those up and you can buy real stuff. So it's kind of cool. They give you actual money. But that's how you do it. Okay? If there's any questions, let me know. I'll make a video. Okay? Okay. Okay, I have one more thing. Also, when a Pokemon is in a gym, if you can see, it has a little red symbol next to it. I'll post a better picture. But it has a red symbol next to it. That means that it's in the gym. You can't put it in another gym, and you can't fight with it at another gym. Okay, and it also tells you when somebody else has defeated your gym, because you'll get that Pokemon back.